Huh. Oh, here you go. Sorry, folks, but we missed some of the game here. As here we are for Stanford versus Oregon. And as you see, Stanford already up. But look there with a nice 6-yard run. Let's see what they're going to do on third down. Stanford are big favorites in this football game as there's another run up the hole, and he gets the first. As we are live here on Fox Sports. And here we go. Oregon got the first down there with that run. Let's see what they can do on this first down. They're going to run the ball again. The same play stopped up by the Oregon Stanford defense. And last season, Stanford's coach Fusion probably brought one of the greatest offenses in ECAA history last year to Stanford, as they were so overpowered and destroyed competition, but sadly couldn't do much as they lost to UCS in the Pac-12 championship, which probably wouldn't give them a spot in the playoffs. And there's another run by Oregon, who has no coaches. They're probably just going to run the ball on game if we're just speaking logic here, because, game plan. See, they're going to punt it here. As we wait for the play call, they're going to punt it. Punts it deep. And there we go. Good return here. Nowhere. That's Franklin. Muhammad with the return. Stanford commit. There's a nice pass out the backfield. 7 yards for Stanford. As you see, Bayer, 7-yard pass to Garcia. There, and Garcia is actually the nephew. Is it nephew? Yes, I believe it is the nephew of Washington special team coach, Ronaldo Garcia, who is doing pretty good there at Washington. Most likely going to be promoted to offensive coordinator, I should say. That's what you would think they would do, as he's been running the offense, ran the offense late last season. There's another pass there. They passed that. They've done that same play like 3 times in this drive here for Stanford. So I wouldn't be shocked if they go back to it there. No, they run the ball and nowhere to go for the Jesus. The Jesus right there. So let's see if Stanford can get anything on this 3rd and 2. Got a man again. That's Garcia again. He was coming alive for the receiving game here for Stanford. Now the run for Stanford, and the Jesus gets 3 yards. On that play, I wouldn't be shocked if Stanford goes down and was a touchdown. Looking again, rollout, nice pass there to back, and he's gonna break off of a tackle. Touchdown! That's Garcia again. Bayer to Garcia has been the duo on this drive, and there is a Stanford touchdown. And there, of course, goes in as Stanford looks to dominate Oregon. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna dip. You guys can watch the game live and talk about it. And there's Stanford with the kickoff. This game is gonna be a blowout. I want to see y'all prediction score. If y'all think he's gonna be like 87-0 or something, just tell me. 14-0. 3 minutes. More than 3. At least less than 3 minutes and 30 seconds in the first game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Let's start this quarter. As Oregon just went 3-out. So let's see what Stanford can do on offense. As they have the most high power offense in the country without a doubt. Jesus gets 4 in return. Stanford's gonna call a run, and look at Garcia, who's been having an excellent game with a great turn there. Great run there, actually. And Garcia has been dominating the passing game, the running game. Oh man, overthrew his guy. He had him right open across the middle, and Byer just overthrew it. Man, that could have been a hell of a play. But he overthrew his man. As later tonight, the college football game day, game of the week. As Byer finally completed the pass for 31. The game of the week is at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Saturday morning, Virginia Tech plays USF in the Chick-fil-A kickoff game. That'll be live streamed, of course. Here we go. Rolled out. Got a man. Oh, man. And Byers just went overthrew Garcia, who was right there for a touchdown. That was 3rd and goal for the Stanford Cardinals. They need a big play here for a touchdown. Byers gonna pass. Got a man. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, man. And Oregon just forced a 3-and-out. And now they're gonna have to settle for a field goal. Oh, wait, they're gonna go for it. Touchdown! Touchdown! Stanford! Potts with the touchdown grab. Smart call by the head coach there to go for it on 4th down. They sent the blitz, which meant all receivers were open, and he got it off in time before he got sacked. And Stanford takes the 21-0 lead. And well, we were playing Madden, that means get off the sticks. He's 1-0. Well, let's see if Oregon can at least do something on offense. They've ran the ball all game, I believe. They haven't passed the ball. So here we go. As Arn got 15 on the kickoff return, they're going to run the ball. Oh, man, if he could just burst through that hole a little faster, that could have been a big play, but look at the holding call there. So now it's going to be 1st and 18. Ball on the 12-yard line. And they're going to run it again, and you're going to get 2 yards on that one. And just imagine if he would just bootleg that out. Just said, hey, this play action fake would have had his man right there, number 82 and number 86 wide open, but they keep running the football here at that run. Where? So we got 3rd and 16. They're going to run the ball again. Gets 2, but that's just about it. So now they're going to get for another chance to score in this game. And ladies and gentlemen, I think if this game is this blowout, we may just switch to another game here. If this game ends up 49 or 50 something before the half, we might as well just switch to the other game. See if that one is a close one. As Muhammad returns the punt for 5 yards. There's Garcia. Garcia, who's just been a big part of the passing game here for Stanford. What a big reception. Next, Stanford rolls out. Byer got a man, number 82. That is Cravens. On the 17-yard reception, Byers is just moving down the field with ease right now.
Another rollout. And he got his man. Oh, man, but it is broken up. Good defensive play there by number 93. Saw that one the whole way. It was just right there to make the play. This is a must-needed stop if you're Oregon. Let's see if they can get the stop. Byer got a man. He had number 83 wide open across the middle, and that pass is broken up by Pope. Wow. Had his man wide open across the middle. Didn't happen. What a play that could have been. He's going to roll out. He's got a man, Garcia, and Garcia with the catch. Touchdown, Stanford. Stanford with a 15-yard touchdown pass there. Byers to Garcia, what we've been seeing literally all day, as Stanford takes 28-0 lead over Oregon. So here's the kickoff, and Oregon will return it, and he's gonna get 17 on the return. They may need one of these to go to the house, and your offense isn't creating anything. Well, let's see if they can do anything this drive. Hopefully they can. Yes, here's Stanford. The handoff lost the yard. And I really think this Stanford defense is just having a break here. I mean, all they have to do is just blitz every play, and then they stop Oregon's offense. And there's the 5-yard run. Best one of the best runs of the day here for Powers. Got 5 there. 3rd and 6. Oregon most likely gonna run the ball here. They run a smash mouth offense, just run the ball every play. Will it work? No. Powers take for a loss of 2. Stanford's defense gets another stop. And so let's see what they will do here on their next drive of offense. As this game is just over. It's over. So here's the punt. Number 55 almost got back there to block it. Here's the Jesus with the return. And the Jesus only gets 4 yards on that return. So let's see if this offense will score. Most likely they will. But we'll see. Oh, broken up by Stewart. And really, it's just been 3rd down conversions that's been helping out Stanford. When you've been looking at it, I mean, they get stopped on 1st and 2nd down. And then when it comes to 3rd down, it's just like Oregon just gives up. And there's the bootleg. Got a man. He got his man. Oh, what a juke play. And there he is. Garcia. Down the sideline 40 yards on a reception. Oh my goodness. Just juked the shoes off of number 39 on that play. There's Garcia again, who only gets 4 yards. I mean, I just can't get over that play right there. I mean, Garcia just killed number 39 there, who was coming to the safety, who was coming to hawk him down. What a play by Garcia. And just a 1-yard run for him, which will bring up 3rd and 5. And it'll be interesting to see how Stanford plays against the big boys in the Pac-12. They're forced to take a field goal here. Well, they might go for it again. It'll be interesting to see how they face up against Washington and USC. As they lost to USC in the conference championship game. And there it is. Touchdown, Stanford in a blowout. Interesting to see how their defense plays against Washington, who really showed a high-powered offense last season at the end, where their coaches developed a decent playbook. And Ronaldo Garcia is a big part of that, I believe, because a lot of new plays were added. And for Washington, so it'll be interesting to see what type of game it will be for Washington and Stanford
obviously it's gonna be close. I'm hoping. And also USC, who had two great coaches. And so we'll see. We'll see if any team can stop the Stanford offense, and if Stanford can dominate the Pac-12. And Stanford scores here, we're just gonna switch over to the next game. I mean, this is just pitiful. It's Morgan. Are they gonna pass the ball for the first time? No, they're gonna run it, and it goes nowhere. So now they are going to punt it. And most likely the Stanford offense just gonna go down and just score with ease on this drive. So here's the punt. They're not gonna try to block it. Return by Muhammad for 5. There's the pass. Whoa, he's looking. He's gonna try to run. Only gets a yard. As that play did not work out for the Stanford Cardinals. And down. He's gonna roll out. Pass. Goken up. Incomplete. What a stop for Oregon here. Can they force them to have to punt the ball, or will Stanford get stopped here? Will they go for it, or will they punt the ball like they said? As there's Garcia, who gets 9. I believe he's going to be a little short. They're going to call 4th and inches. So do you kick a field goal here if you're Stanford, or you play aggressive and go for it? They're going to go for it. And Oregon's defense gets the stop that they needed. What a play for Oregon. As they sacked Byers. It was Robertson who got in that backfield, but now it's Stanford's turn. -2 on the run. It's going to be 2nd and 12. So here is Oregon on 2nd and 12. Going to run the ball here. Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere to go for the Stanford Cardinals. I'm sorry, Ducks. And there's Arn here on the run. Goes nowhere. So they're going to have to punt the ball again, sadly. As really, this game, I mean, everybody knew. I mean, the spread was only, I believe, like a 10-point spread. But it was obviously should have been a 40-point spread. I mean, there was no way Oregon was really going to put up points against this Stanford team. So here's the punt. Just get something on a return. He's going to try to. That field only got 7 yards. There's the pass. Got his man number 31 to Jesus out the backfield. Great play there. And they get the first down. Byers gonna have to throw that one out. He got all pressure came to him, and just threw it away. So here's 2nd and 10. And Stanford's gonna pass the ball here. Got his man number 81. That is Potts. And it looks like Stanford's just gonna go down the field and score here. And which they will. We are gonna switch over. Stanford looks broken up by Duffin. Good play by that Oregon defense, as that offense has killed him so far in this game and on this drive. 2nd down. What can Stanford do? Gonna roll out. Bad pass. He had number 83 wide open. That's just bad vision there by Byers. I mean, you gotta make those type of throws, and you gotta have that vision to find open men. Incomplete pass, and so Oregon's defense with 2 stops in a row, possibly if Stanford goes for it right here, and they stop them, it will be 2 stops. No, wide open man, touchdown Cardinals. I can't even get inside anymore. Potts, touchdown reception. As we're gonna switch over to the next game, or maybe a user game. We'll see. User coaches are playing. We're gonna check ECAA. We're gonna check Division 2. As Fox rarely goes to Division 2 games, check Division 2 games, see who's playing. You got Kennesaw State versus Cal Poly, and I'm not gonna tune into that game. At least they have passed the ball, other than Oregon. So let's go to scores and schedules. That's another game on. I believe it's New Mexico or UMass playing. No, it's San Jose State and Temple. As see, both teams have except Temple. Temple has been on runs in this game, so we don't want to see that. I'm not gonna put you guys through that torture where both teams are really not doing much passing. So let's head over to Division 2 football. Let's go to our broadcast. As you see the stats here, look at that. Garcia, 179 yards receiving. Byers with over 300 yards passing. Let's go to this game right here. Cal Poly and Kennesaw State. Let's see who can win this game. It's holding on Cal Poly, who has the football right now. Can Cal Poly do something on this drive? Let's see. Here's Cal. They're gonna try to run the ball there, but another holding penalty. That's 2 in a row. It's costing this offense, so it will be 2nd and 28 now at their own 8-yard line. Hopefully, there's no other holding call here. Here you go, 2nd and 28. And a roll out and pass, but it is incomplete. He was hit as he threw. And broken up by Lamb. So it'll be 3rd and 28. As Cal Poly called a timeout there, try to regroup the offense. 1 minute and 13 seconds left in this second quarter. There's the pass. He had to come back for it. Oh, he fumbles the football. Touchdown, Kenn State. Kennesaw State with the fumble recovery for a touchdown. What a play before the end of the half. And that was a heck of a defensive play to force the fumble and return it for a touchdown. As Cal Poly, let's see if they get up. And here's holding. What is holding? Holding penalties after holding penalties for Cal Poly after they're just going to run the ball. Here gets 5. They're going to run the ball again, so they're probably just trying to take this into the half and see if they can recruit their team. As here's 3rd and 4. Cal Poly's going to run it again, and they're going to have to push the ball to Kennesaw State. At the half, we're going to head over to the Discord, and we're going to talk about one of the Discord members' predictions for this season in UT. And so it's just taken in the halftime. Nothing gonna happen here. Let's see. Let's look at some of the stuff that's been happening at ESPN. Northwestern. As Northwestern released their official depth chart, of course. Here it is. If you want to check it out, David Lane will start. The senior will start. Reginald Hazelwood will start at the running back. I'm sorry, Josh Jose Rubin, the true freshman, will start at running back, as well as other positions there. Matt Stone, the son of the head coach of Stanford, head coach of Northwestern, will not start. That's surprisingly, the coach's son will not start in this game. As you look, other notes include true freshman running back Jose Rubin starting, true freshman middle linebacker Roger Inman, and true freshman Constantine Taylor, which was their quarterback who battled for the starting position but lost, are not listed on the depth chart because he will be redshirted. Now let's look at what Twitter has to say. Anything to say as it's not loading. No, it will not load. As nothing seems to load now. Well, we're gonna go back to the game, wait for that to load. We're gonna go back to Cal Poly versus Kensaw. Cal's gonna run the ball on first down. Only a yard. As their offense been struggling of late, they're gonna run the ball again. Will they pass it on third down? No, they're gonna do a QB draw with 3. Doesn't go anywhere. Let's go back to the Discord. Yeah, here we go. Kickoff at Ryan Field versus Murray State Racers at 9:20 Central Standard Time, as the doors will open to the stadium at 7:40 Central Standard Time. As the game will be broadcasted on the Big Ten Network, or this channel right here. Let's go to Fox. So let's go to ECAA Talk. And here are the predictions from MBT, as we're going to read it. So his conference preview, the AAC East has 4 user coaches. AAC West has 4 user coaches. 90 plus coaches. Cincinnati has no coaches. 85 plus coaches. Tulane 4, USF 4. Recruiting, USF 3, Tulane 4. Now the ACC Atlantic 5-28. Yeah, who cares about that, honestly? Let's get to the preview, though, as he'll talk about this. Okay, the AAC. It's Tulane and UCF, obviously, that we talked about in the game day. It's only going to be Tulane and USF competing for the AAC championship. And really a whole lot of nothing in that conference. These 2 teams have literally the only user coaches in the conference. It helps that they both recruit at an elite rate. History suggests Tulane will take the conference, but watch for USF to enter the national conversation. Now for the ACC. The once loaded conference is now abandoned, with coachless Louisville somehow recruiting in the top 25. Miami and Florida should cruise to a title game against each other. Miami will win, but Florida State could land a spot in the mains. Big Ten. One of the more competitive conference. The numbers all point to Ohio State, but the Buckeyes went 4-5 in conference last season. Minnesota put together an exciting playoff run last season. They'll be competitive, but Purdue won last season and brought in the number 1 class overall, so I like them to win this conference. The Big 12. Texas's conference will remain that way. Most of the relevant teams are relics from a few seasons ago, and the staff at Oklahoma is still relatively new.
Conference USA. Charlotte and Southern Mississippi are some of the most consistent programs in the country. They will meet in the conference championship game and play a competitive game again. However, both have set their eyes on a goal beyond their conference championship. Now the MAC. Akron and Toledo have been tops in this conference for some time. I generally favor Akron in their head-to-head matchups. Northern Illinois has a full staff too, and they'll look to get in on the action.
Mountain West Conference. UNLV has overachieved in their conferences. Hawaii was vacated. However, the new staff at Colorado State ran through the conference in their inaugural season. I expect the same from them this year. Now the Sun Belt. Georgia and Texas State are notable. Neither are national programs yet, but they currently own this conference. I expect Georgia State to take the head-to-head in the conference. The Pac-12. I did not realize this conference had that many user coaches, but it does. USC is the only team worthy of national attention. And they should take the conference championship. Who they beat, however, will be a great minute. Stanford earned the honors last season, but Washington's offense improved and the recruiting class bode well for the Huskies. The SEC. The SEC hasn't been the same since the Georgia and Tennessee staff left. Both schools still boast the top in talent in the league, and I still bet on one of them will win the SEC East. Alabama is favored to take the division, but they have been upset before. I honestly have no clue who wins this conference. National championship race. Last season, Tulane won the first national championship of the program's history. Congrats to them, but I don't see them repeating the performance. The Big Ten alone has 3 teams worthy of making the semifinals, and Akron, Toledo, Miami, and Charlotte could easily land a spot. My bet is on Texas emerging victorious. Let me know if this is too much. I'll delete it. As here's the conference power rankings. Here's looking at the top 3 teams, I guess, in each conference, or top teams in each conference that have a chance. Tulane, USF, and Cincinnati have chances to win the conference. In the AAC. My ACC is Miami, Florida State, and Clemson. In the Big Ten is Purdue, Ohio State, Northwestern, Rutgers, and Michigan, and Nebraska, who can possibly win the Big Ten, which is a lot. The Big 12, like it is every season, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Conference USA, Charlotte, and Southern Mississippi. MAC, Akron, Toledo, and Northern Illinois. The Mountain West Conference will be Colorado State, San Diego State, and New Mexico. The Pac-12 would be USC, Stanford, Washington. The SEC, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida. But I really think Mississippi State should be in that. We have a chance to do something this season. And then you got Georgia, Texas State, and Southern Alabama. South Alabama is what he meant. But the Natty, Texas, Tulane, Akron, Colorado State, Miami, USC, Charlotte, Purdue, Toledo. And so here it is. Look at the head coach for the Stanford Cardinals, Fusion here. He said, my offense is looking pretty decent. Plays are getting distorted later in the game, but we will do alright. And so that's right. He knows he has the best offense in the country without a doubt. But a little humble there. I think it's a little humble. Right? He's not bragging, saying, hey, my offense is the greatest of all time, man. Nobody can stop it. He's being honest, being humble. And that's why he's a great coach. That's when they go back to the Stanford and Oregon and look at the stats. Of course, Oregon probably has no pass. Has passed the ball all game. There's week 1. Yeah, 56-0 in the third quarter. Look at this. Terrence Byer, 387 yards passing. Alfonso De Jesus, 70 yards rushing. And Ronaldo Garcia with 179 yards receiving. Look at San Jose State versus Temple. Dominique Fernandez, 125 yards passing. Arthur Murray, 61 yards rushing. And Jerry Suggs, 80 yards receiving. As the score 10-6, 56-0. As other games will start. Don't forget this game right here, the Chick-fil-A kickoff game. Virginia Tech and South Florida. That's going to be a game. And also, check out this game way down here. Mississippi State, Ohio State. And also check out Washington, UNLV. Murray State, Northwestern. Nebraska and Kansas State. Texas and Texas A&M. And some others. Games that should be good and that you may enjoy. Tulane and LSU. So don't forget to check those out. Michigan, Toledo. Another game don't forget that you shouldn't forget to check out. Well, that's going to be it for the broadcast. Didn't really get to do much, but I mean, there was really nothing to do here. I mean, it was just all Stanford in that game.